What does it mean to live a meaningful life? I started recording this video and I wanted to share with you guys my snacks. I had some strawberry sandwich cookies and some of these, but these are getting stuck in my teeth and I feel like it's very distracting. Listening to me talk while I'm trying to get the remnants out of my teeth. What does it mean to live a meaningful life? There's this guy on Instagram that I started following a few years ago. His name is Carlos Harris. Shout out to him. He is a lifestyle tech reviewer. Basically, this guy has a personal brand where he can do whatever he wants, post whatever he wants, and he's able to make a living from that. He even developed, I guess, a product products that he sells, which is another form of income for him, passive income. This is a life that has drawn me in. I've always been interested in freedom. But for some people, they need a little bit more structure. They need a little bit more routine. So they work a 9 to 5. Nothing wrong with that. It's about what your spirit calls. Your spirit calls for. And my spirit calls for creation and being able to have that freedom to, if one day I want to pack my stuff and move to another state, I can do that without any restrictions. I'm 24, I have no kids. Like, if I want to go somewhere, I want to go somewhere. And I'm not the biggest travel guy, which I'm about to get into meaning, because I want you guys to know that this it makes sense why I'm bringing this up. I'm not the biggest travel guy. However, if I do want to do that, I want to be able to do that whenever I want. Through watching this guy's Instagram page, I started to kind of alter what it is that I desire out of life. When I started following him, he lived in Jersey City, basically across from New York. And this guy had one of the sickest views of the city, because everybody wants to live in New York, but living in Jersey City, you get to look at New York. You get to see the city skyline, and that to me is fire. Do I want to live in a super tall high rise where I got to take the elevator up? And do I want to be in a big city? Do I want to? Looking at someone else's life can really help you to understand what it is that you desire for yourself. And sometimes you need to live it to know. Sometimes you need to get rich to realize that, okay, money isn't everything. And maybe I'm more family oriented. And this is the purpose of this video today. What is meaning? Or shoot, what was the title? Hold on. What the title was: How to Have a Meaningful Life. So having a meaningful life is, I don't think you know from the jump what it is that you desire, what it is that you want, but it's through actually living your life. That is when you could pick up on the little things that you like. Like, okay, cool, I like living in a city, maybe not a large city, but I like living in a city. I like living near mountains, near the water. You slowly start to put pieces together on the life that you want, a life that is meaningful to you. And this is also subject to change, because a lot of people think that, okay, once I get what it is that I've been striving for, that's the end all be all. But that's pretty unlikely. We're human beings, and the way that humans operate is that once we reach our goal, we have another one immediately after that. Okay, cool. I just got the car. Cool. I want a nicer car, or I want to do this with the car. I need to do that. It's always going to be some kind of goal, because we're just creatures that are designed like that. And if you aren't, hey, kudos to you. But most people are striving. They always want. We always desire. So living a meaningful life means to figure out what resonates with you specifically. Stop looking outside of yourself for some kind of validation on how to live your life. You see people driving fancy cars. Oh, okay, I want to drive a fancy car too. Is that truly what you want? Because to me, I think a life that is meaningful and satisfying is a life that doesn't even require me to be a multimillionaire, to be honest. And everybody's striving to be a multimillionaire, but honestly, I'm gonna be real with y'all. If I can make six figures and make money through like content, that's pretty good for me. Because I already live below my means. I don't need the nicest, fanciest car. I don't need to be taking lots of trips a year. You know what I mean? What resonates with you? Me, a meaningful life is family. Long term, I would love to have a family, a chosen family, loved ones that I live next to, and then a wife, maybe children down the line, but a family, something that, and just creating. If we're not creating as humans, it's like that's one of the biggest form of, I guess, honor to God through creation, because God is the ultimate creator, and through you acting on, I hope that you guys are staying with me. I don't want to lose the plot, but God gives us visions and God gives us things to act upon. And once we act upon this through creation in our sense, we are acting on His will, on God's will. And I'm not preaching. I'm not preaching Christianity. I'm not preaching no gospel. But I'm just saying, the way the universe works, the laws of the universe, I gotta pause. I feel like I was starting to sound a bit silly, so I'm gonna end here. I don't really have anything else to say. Do I? About meaning? Man, I'm just here talking with you guys, man. Meaning is something I'm still trying to figure out within myself. I don't have a meaningful life, man. A meaningful life to me is just being able to wake up out of bed with some kind of enthusiasm. You have some kind of goal that you're working towards. When I was at my lowest, there was nothing to get out of bed for. Like, why am I up right now? Let me just sleep. Let me sleep the day away, and tomorrow maybe something miraculous can happen in my life. But that's not how life works. Life is something that you have to actively be a participant of. You can't just expect things to just show up. You have to put in the work. You have to have some kind of vision for what you want your life to become. What I said in the beginning of the video is that I was motivated by a lot of these guys that I seen on social media living their lives, having a personal brand, and if they could do it, why can't I? There's no goal that is impossible. You are the only one that puts limits on how far you can go. And one quote that I love is that it was always impossible before it was proven, or something like that. I think Mike Tyson said something like that, where it's like they said it was impossible until he did it. So no dream is too big. No idea is too grand for you to pursue. God will help you. the Almighty will help you in that pursuit, because you weren't given that vision, that idea for no reason. It was meant for you to act upon, or it was meant for you to pursue it up to a point, for you to acquire some kind of knowledge, and then you keep going. Nothing is meant to last forever. So a project that you might be very sorry, that's my dog scratching. Stop it. Stop it. A project that you might be pursuing right now in this season might not be the same project you're working on the next season. And the beauty of life is that we get to choose. We're not held captive to an idea. You got to act on this. If you don't act on this, you die. What kind of life would that be? That would be sick. But you're able to put something down, and then you're able to pick it back up again in a different place in your life. For me, that's been DJing. Since moving back to New York and going to some of these events and hearing people play, it's like, yo, I need to do this. I need to reach a skill level to where I can play for like friends and family, or I could do something locally, like a small little venue, because I could see it in my mind, and I wasn't given this vision for no reason. I am a creator. Excuse me. You got to be a creator too if you're watching this video. You got to resonate with it a little bit. And maybe you don't. Maybe you just enjoy listening to somebody speak about random stuff. And for that, I thank you. Thank you for being here. I just looked at the time. We hit the 12-minute mark. Boys and girls, thank you so much for watching. Hope you have a great day. Peace.